ranking my Siege collection in 3 minutes or less. Let's go. This one's going to take 3 minutes because there's a lot of dudes to cover here. In last place is going to be Prowl. Now, don't get me wrong, this guy's got a great vibe, but those weak knees just ruin it for me. If the QC wasn't so bad, I could see him being a lot higher on this list. Next up is going to be Brunt. I feel like there's only 2 things holding this guy back. One thing being he's a parts former, which means he's not a good fiddle former. And my jacked up shoulder is just so sad. Next up is Mirage. I feel like his posability compared to some of the other figures on this list is what brings him down. And that obvious clear plastic issue. Next up, it's my war crime buddy Impactor. Now don't get me wrong, there's nothing really bad about this figure. He's just like Mirage in that some of his posability, or lack of, puts him behind the other figures on this list. Next up, it's going to be Sideswipe. Overall, this figure is great, but it's the lack of wrist swivels that get me down for this guy. Next up is my green boy Hound. There's only 2 real reasons he's above Sideswipe on this list. That's because of the added wrists, and I genuinely like his vibe a little bit more. Next up is going to be this gleaming boy right here, Megatron. Once again, not a bad figure, and his size and presence is what puts him above some of the others on this list. As well as that gleamy paint job. Like, I know it's a preference, but I can't see why anyone wouldn't like this. However, the lack of wrist swivels on a Voyager at this time is what puts him in this spot. Getting the bronze star in this ranking is going to be Spinister. Not only does he come packed with nostalgia for me, but this guy represents everything I love about Siege. He's got some really good posing, and it's just a whole lot of fun. Bringing home the silver is Ultra Magnus. Of course, once again, being my first leader class figure, this guy's got a lot of nostalgia for me. And once again, he just represents everything I love about Siege. And the pure chunkitude is just the cherry on top. However, the heavy reliance on parts forming is what's keeping the gold out of his reach. In first place, it's Optimus. This figure is just awesome to look at and is the definition of hand candy. Like, I could go on and on and on about how much I love this figure. And he takes everything I said about Spinister that I love and applies it to one of the most iconic characters in the franchise. Well, that's been my ranking of my Siege collection. Let me know down in the comments whether you agree or disagree with this selection. And I must say, none of these figures are truly bad in any stretch of the imagination. Now that I'm done gushing about the past, what do you say we talk about the present?